Two customers start creating noise in a cafe. The waiter runs to them and asks, "What is the problem?" One girl says, "Your food was very bad. Look, there is dirt in it." The waiter starts apologizing to them. The second girl angrily says, "We will complain about your cafe to people." The waiter says, "We made a mistake. Please forgive us." The manager comes and asks what happened. The customer complained about food. Then the manager says, "Food in our cafe is prepared very cleanly. I will find out how this mistake happened." One girl angrily says, "If our health gets bad after eating such food, who will be responsible?" The manager says, "You people go. I will check the cleanliness of the kitchen." One girl says, "I will call the police and tell them about this whole situation." Meanwhile, the chief cook comes running. The manager says to him, "You do not care about cleanliness while cooking. Look, there is dirt in the food." The chief cook apologizes and says, "I do not know how this happened, but we maintain very high cleanliness standards." The manager says, "I know you care about cleanliness, but how did this happen?" The girl says, "We do not want dirty food. Keep it with you." The manager leaves apologizing. The girls feel happy behind him when they go outside. One girl says, "Did you see how we fooled the cafe manager?" The second girl says, "We did not even pay money. We ate such good food the next day." Their target is another cafe before going there. They collect dirt and put it in a bag. They sit in the cafe. One girl says, "I hope the food here is good." The other girl says, "You will see the food will be good, and we will eat a lot." The waiter takes the order and asks, "What would you like to eat?" The girl says, "Bring the most expensive and delicious food of this cafe." The waiter goes to bring the food when they finish eating. One girl says, "I have eaten too much." The girl says to the other girl, "Start our work." The girls start putting dirt in the food, and then both start screaming. The waiter runs to them. The girl angrily says, "You make such dirty food and do not care about cleanliness." Then the cafe manager comes and says, "Why are you shouting? What happened?" One girl shows him the dirt while holding her nose. The manager tells the waiter to bring the cook. The cook comes and says these are cheating girls and says these two girls did the same fraud in another cafe and left without paying, and says they create noise after eating food to save money and eat well, and says I was an employee in that cafe. The manager listens in surprise. The girl says, "We are decent people, do not accuse us." The cook sees something on the ground, picks it up and shows them and says, "Your fraud is caught." The manager sees it and says, "Here is your proof." The girls get worried and start making excuses. The cook listens and laughs. The manager starts calling the police. The girls say, "Please do not do this." Then the manager says, "Tell me the truth." The girls take out the dirt and show it to the manager, and their health also starts getting bad, and they start crying. The cafe manager says, "For the fraud you did with us and for trying to damage our reputation, you will surely be punished, and you will have to wash all the cafe dishes." And while washing the dishes, both blame each other for fraud. Cheating others eventually exposes your own character. If you like our video, then like, share, and subscribe our channel.